we are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Cardi B is back ranting again due to the negative reception she is getting on social media and from her fans about the song Imaginary Faces. Now she is running with the narrative that people are dogpiling on her. Let me know how y'all feel about that.
The dogpiling has been insane. The dogpiling on me has been a little bit just too much. Too much. And I've been feeling like I've been getting jumped for like 2 weeks. The beginning of, when was it? Like Friday and stuff like that. Last Friday, I feel like people was just, people are allowed to have an opinion, right? And people are allowed not to like certain things, certain records, certain whatever, which as an artist is never going to feel good because it's never going to really feel good because when you bake a cake, right? You bake a cake, you spend time baking the cake, you do the recipe for the cake, you watching the cake bake, and then like people don't like the cake, you're going to feel a certain type of way. But when somebody slams the cake on the floor and just be like, you should never like bake, it kind of hurts you because you put like a lot of times and things on that cake. And my thing is, right, I feel like people can have an opinion, but I feel like people have just been dogpiling me with insults, with things that I just can never that I cannot correct. I was born and raised with an accent. So like I was saying, opinions, opinions of things that people don't like, I understand because I'm not always gonna like something from other artists, whether they're my favorite artist or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, not always gonna like something that an artist put out. But for people to dogpile on me over one song, and when it comes to dogpiling, it's not even just like, oh well, I don't like this song. Because if you don't like a song, fine.
Now, here goes Cardi B trying to play the victim yet again, like usual, okay? Now she feel like people are dogpiling on her because people don't like the song. That's not how that works, okay? Because you didn't even really showcase why you felt like people were dogpiling on you because people are talking about your accent. Okay, and you need to pronounce your words correctly. A lot of artists like Tyler, Shakira, Thames, Ira Star, they all have accents, Central C, but you can hear them clearly what they're about to say, and they're not running from the beat, okay? Whether it is rap or not, you're just not a great artist, and that's just the bottom line, okay? Stop with the sympathy, okay? We're not giving you any sympathy points. Shut up and put out a hit record that actually lasts. Outside did not last. That wasn't really a hit. Garbage Gang mass bought first week, and that's why it's slithering down the charts. The general public does not really organically like Outside, and that's why it's still not in the top 10. Okay? So, with that being said, people are allowed to give their opinions on the way you talk and your accent. Okay? That happens to everybody. And the thing is, when you're a rapper, you still need to be on beat. You need to be able to enunciate your words and not sound like you are reading off a piece of paper when you're rapping, and that's just the honest truth. But you're always behind the beat most of the time. And I think what Cardi B is, she just can't take criticism because people have sucked her off for so many years. She can't believe that people are now realizing she has low to no talent. Now, moving on to Big D0JA, not the little one. Jealous Type received 3.9 million unfiltered streams its first day. It's the biggest solo debut ever on the chart, and 6 including collabs. Okay, and I think that's for a female rapper. I don't know if it's all time, but definitely for a female rapper. Even though this is really a pop record. Now, the AV Club decided to say that Doja Cat might have this song of the summer, which I kind of already said on X a few days ago. They said, unlike past years, there hasn't been one strong single contender for the song of the summer. Maybe because Doja Cat didn't get around to releasing a new song until now. Okay, so let me know in the comments, do you feel like Doja Cat was able to release the song of the summer last minute? Okay, so let me know if you guys feel like Doja Cat did that. I honestly feel like this definitely could be the top contender for song of the summer. It's very catchy. The only part I don't like is when she's rapping. I feel like that part's unnecessary, so I skip past it. But other than that, I feel like the music video is fire. Allegedly, she will be performing at the Video Music Awards. And so hopefully, she performs this song. Now, Cardi B continues to have a meltdown on social media, and she also takes a sneak diss at JT
that I ain't never did nothing to, betting on my downfall. And my thing is with these people, is just be like, when my record do good, when outside did good, people couldn't believe it. It's my record. The numbers ain't real. When I do good, the numbers ain't real. When I do bad, my career is dope. It's ending and my label should drop me and blah blah blah. Like it's almost ridiculous. Then people wonder, people always want to call me lazy. People always want to say that I want to have babies to avoid my responsibilities. No. I feel like for a long time, I love making music. I go to the studio almost every single day. I sleep in the studio because I love to make music. I don't put out music because sometimes it's just not even worth your mental health. And I forgot how this feeling felt.
Now, I know Cardi B is a little bit delusional, but just because you're flopping, that doesn't mean people are praying for your downfall, okay? The music ain't great, okay? Like I said before. And you're saying, oh, Outside did good. No, it didn't. How is good at like number 70 and number 80 on the charts, and it came out like a month ago? Like, come on now. How is that good? You gotta stop trying to blame people when your records don't do good. That's your fault. I could have told you if I was in the studio with you not to release Imaginary Faces. Your label set you up. I don't know who your A&R is, but to allow this song to come out was just stupidity. But you did it because you wanted to get underneath Nicki Minaj's skin. That's the only reason why you sampled Camel Face. I don't really believe you listened to Camel Face like that. I'll be honest with you. I think you purposely sampled him because Nicki Minaj has been calling out Camel Face since last year, and you did the song last year. Okay, so 2 and 2 is adding up. Okay, this song is not a hit, it's not replayable. You sound a mess, and that's that. Then she goes on to say there are so many amazing female rappers, and then there are some that's not. That was a diss at BNJT. But anyways, are there not any other female rappers that these broadcasters and TikTok A&Rs can talk about? Or am I the drama and the paycheck? Okay. Well, here's the thing. I feel like everybody gets dragged. Wasn't D0JA getting dragged for the umbrellas? Like, you act like you're the only female rapper that gets dragged. This is why I think you're a little bit delusional. D0JA has gotten dragged. Scratch Off, Sweetie have gotten dragged. Remember, there was a narrative that Sweetie couldn't perform. She still can't. Okay, she's a terrible performer. She can't make a hit to save her life. Nicki Minaj got dragged. I mean, you're not the only person that gets dragged on TikTok and by podcasters. Again, sympathy and payola for you. Now, moving on from that, Megan Thee Stallion gets humiliated as her lawyers stupidly decide to subpoena Whackademics, and he made them look like a big fat fool. And on top of that, he exposed that Devil Nation has paid him to promote certain artists in the past.
Has anybody ever paid you not to mention certain topics or not stream about certain topics in your social media?
No.
Has anybody ever paid you to promote specific information, music, or events on social media?
Yes.
Who?
Every record label known to man. I promote music.
Okay. What record labels in the group of every record label known to man has actually compensated you or paid you to promote certain music events or other information?
Rock Nation.
Now, if you're wondering what artist from Devil Nation was telling Devil Nation to pay Wacademics to promote their music, it was Weak Mill. Remember, Weak Mill and Wacademics had beef. They've had issues. But then there was a moment when they were kind of cool, and Wacademics was getting paid by Devil Nation to promote his music. Now, unfortunately, he also decided to call Megan Thee Stallion a liar in front of her lawyer's face.
You weren't at the party, correct?
No.
You weren't in the car, right? You weren't on the street, correct?
No.
You weren't a witness at all whatsoever, right?
I was not.
So you couldn't actually say that you knew that Tori did not shoot Miss Pete because you weren't present, right?
Yeah, I'm not unequivocally saying that it didn't happen. What I'm saying is,
I'm sorry, hold on. Start again because there was something I didn't hear clearly. Go ahead.
I wouldn't say, 100% this is the fact. I'm telling you my personal opinion and my belief. That chick is a liar, and I don't believe liars. So, her story, again, I accept the verdict. I accept all of this stuff. I don't accept a liar. I think she's a liar. She was a liar then. She's a liar now. She's going to be a liar tomorrow. And yeah, that's it.
Now, why did Wacademics humiliate Megan Thee Stallion like that? He called Megan a liar to their faces. He called her a liar in front of her lawyer's face. Oh my goodness. I know Devil Nation gonna be coming after Wacademics. If he thought he was getting subpoena, they gonna take him out next. He is on their shit list. Now, here's my thing. Megan is a liar. Okay, I think she should own up to it. There was a moment in time where she was calling herself the serpent. Wasn't that the theme of one of her albums? Or a snake or something? A snake is sneaky. Okay, can't be trusted. I don't understand why her lawyers and Devil Nation trying to act like Megan doesn't kind of promote the fact that she's kind of sneaky or can't be trusted. She was a serpent in one of her music videos. The diss track that she basically put out of Nicki Minaj and Champagne Thickums, that was named Hiss. What do snakes do? They hiss. So I don't understand why they trying to put on this facade that Megan is like a good person. Like, come on now. Let's just be honest. She's a sneaky snake, and she can't be trusted. And she lied. And that's point blank period. You guys can cover up the lies, but she did, in fact, lie. Now, moving on from that, Icespxce was spotted out where a new boo thing, allegedly, his name is DeMonte or DeMonte Blazy. What happened to Sauce Gardner? Like, goodness gracious. You hop from Riot to Sauce Gardner to DeMonte. Like, that's not a good look for Icespxce. I feel like Icespxce, not saying she can't date, because that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you need to be focused on your career. You don't have a hit, okay? That career hanging by a piece of thread. Yet you've been with 3 different men in less than a year. That's not a good look. You definitely giving Cardi B Jr. though. Hopefully you don't get knocked up. Now, it has been reported that Rihanna's official website store now requires a password to enter. Okay? Now, this could be that maybe she wants y'all to guess what her next baby will be named. Maybe that's the password. Okay? Because I just don't think Rihanna cares about music like that to be doing no type of scavenger hunt or secret code for her website. Okay, even though there was speculation that she would be going on tour, I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like Rihanna be bluffing a lot when it comes to that music stuff. She really don't want to do music, but she can't outright say it. That's what it gives. So I don't really believe that she would do this for any musical reason. It's given she wants y'all to guess the baby name, and then once you guys do that, then you would be able to get into the website. Now, the list for the most solo songs by Black female artists to peak at 3 million daily streams on Payola 5 have came out. Now, Doja Cat Jealous Type just recently did it. SZA BMF did it in 2025. I don't think I know that song. Dolce Anxiety 2025. Queen Bee's Texas Boredom, which came out last year, 2024. Tyler's Water, which came out in 2023, not 2024, but I guess it was doing 3 million streams on Payola 5. I think that probably was Payola. Okay, no shade. And then Nicki Minaj, Super Freaky Girls, did it in 2022. None of the other female rappers could do it though. Megan can't do it. Cardi B, Scratch Off definitely can't do it, so we don't even need to really mention her. Only Doja Cat, Nicki Minaj. What a coinkydink. You know what I'm saying? The most talented too. Interesting. Now moving on from that, Sabrina Carpenter's man's best friend aiming for 300K plus units first week in the US based on early forecasts via Hits Daily Double. Here's my thing. I think that's strictly Payola. Now, during the Espresso era when she did 300,000, it made sense. This era, it don't really logically make sense. I know she got vinyls and stuff like that. But other than that, I just feel as though this is Payola. Because nobody is even talking about Sabrina Carpenter's album. So I will have to give Sabrina and Universal, because she's underneath Universal, 100,000 lashes. Nobody with common sense believes that she's organically selling 300,000. Now, moving on from that, it was reported that the king of rap, Kung Fu Kenny, has came out to the Clips show in LA. Now, if you guys know, Pusha T, he had his own beef with Champagne Thickums I wouldn't say a long time ago, but a while ago. Okay? Now, he is also named in the lawsuit because Pusha T talked about how basically Universal stopped his record from being played, his diss track. So, Champagne Thickums is mentioning that in the lawsuit. But my whole thing is, this also proves that Kung Fu Kenny, he doesn't really think that he is bigger than the program. He's humbled because they're not doing even arenas. I don't think the Clips are doing arenas. I think they're doing theaters or something like that. And he still popped out to their show. Okay, and then he also went to the EBT Awards. He didn't even have to. He was on tour. So that's one of the reasons why I like Kung Fu Kenny, because he always remains humble. He don't ever think he bigger than the program. He don't ever try to sun people who he outsells, but he respects artists even when they're not doing as great as him. So that's something that I do like. But anyway, I got some very hot tea on Patreon on who tried to take Tamar Braxton out. Link will be in description, and I hope you have a great day.